Working with Joanna has been an incredibly positive thing for our family. We have gone from being literally insanely exhausted to feeling rested and rejuvenated. I can also tell you that we've seen tremendous change in our son. So we actually reached out to Joanna when our son was a little bit older, so he was about 18 months at the time. Reached out to her, had a very casual conversation. I wasn't quite ready to commit to a full sleep coaching plan at that time, but after about a month of trying some different things and seeing that we were not having good results, we did reach out to Joanna again. So he was about 19 months at the time. Just a little bit of background, we had been actually pretty consistent. We had a consistent bedtime, we had a consistent bedtime routine, we were pretty responsive during the night, I would say. I consider myself a pretty tear-sensitive person, so probably responding more than we needed to, definitely responding more than we needed to, we learned, but I also wanted an approach that did not allow my pretty adamant, stubborn kid to have to cry it out. That wasn't an option for our family. Wanted to do something that gave him a little bit more support, knowing his personality and what he needed. So we developed a plan. Joanna really looked at our situation and saw really great things that we were doing, but really looked at it in a much deeper level to see some things that we weren't seeing. So overall, the process was incredible. I'll tell you that she worked with both my husband and I to find who was going to be the best one to respond to him at different times. Being also expecting a new baby within the next few months, we knew that we just couldn't have this experience anymore, that he needed to be getting the sleep that he needed. We needed to be getting sleep as well, and we needed to really set up a positive sleep experience for our entire family before adding another child. My husband and I both work full-time. There were periods of time where I literally thought that I was going to need to quit my job because I could not function and didn't know how we were going to continue on. It was not always the easiest thing in the world, as I mentioned, being a tear-sensitive person, but Joanna was the biggest support. She helped me to understand why we needed to do the things that we needed to do. She very quickly understood my son's personality. She very quickly asked a lot of questions to make sure that she was providing feedback and guidance that worked for our family, worked for our needs. I couldn't be more pleased in the service and just the overall relationship that we were able to form with Joanna. Incredibly responsive. We spoke on a daily basis. It really did not take as much time as we even thought that it would. Our son is incredibly well rested now. We are all well rested. We're expecting a baby in a month, and without her support, I would be a wreck right now. But we feel confident, and we know that he's getting everything that he needs. We know that we're getting what we need, and that our lives can just be much happier and less stress-free. It's amazing. Now we can do things like keep him up a little bit later on the weekends when we have friends over or going out to dinner. We can flex the schedule a little bit once we establish those really good sleep habits. I've learned so much about sleep, and I'm just so thankful for her. So we're very supportive, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to our family. We can provide you with some great feedback.